Winter is coming. Knit faster. This is my favorite time of the year, from September to Mars. I live in Sweden and here it's very dark from October to February. We only get a few hours of daylight every day, and right now the sun rises at 8:15 and sets at 15:40. This video is about how I get through the darker months and how I make them my favorite time of the year. My inspiration for making my own wardrobe increases drastically by September and continues throughout winter and early spring. I usually put away the summer knits, not that I have that many, but anyway. I mend my clothes that I haven't worn for the summer. This year it was my wool coat that needed a bit of love. I needed to sew the facing again. By doing this maintenance every year, my clothing items can be worn for a longer time, and it actually adds value to my clothes. And I just love this coat. It's one of my all-time favorite makes. I'm not that girl who loves to knit socks, but usually once or twice a year I make another pair for myself or someone in my family. And this year I have found my yarn. This is 100% wool, and you need to wash them in the washer before using them, because they need to be felted. They are so cozy. I love them. Something that I found last year was winter swimming. This is something that I have wanted to do since forever. 2020, me and my friend Susanne went swimming at least once a month for the whole year. In this video, Robin, my fiance, first tells me to just do it. And after that he talks to the camera and says that there aren't any seals here today. Because last time we went to this place there was a seal, and it was on my birthday actually. This is so magical and refreshing. If you know me and Robin as a couple, you know that we love to start early with Christmas decoration. So here I am decorating our home for Christmas. It's actually exactly 1 week before Advent 1st when I do this, so it's not that early, to be honest. This Advent star is one that we recently inherited from my maternal grandmother and grandfather. It is so beautiful, and it's made of birch bark. Birch bark? Yeah, I think that's how you say it. We received 2 more actually, but I have to fix them up a bit, so they'll have to wait. This garland was already up actually. It's all the Weasley children's sweaters. So there's me, Harry, Ginny, Ronald, Fred, George, Percy, Charlie, and Bill. And of course, I count me and Harry into the Weasley family. This is actually a pattern that I made this year. and you can find it in my Ravelry store if you want to purchase it. It's called Mini Mrs. Weasley Sweaters. A Christmas decoration that I love to do is to put candy in this candle holder. It's so festive. My father made this candle holder for me a few years ago. It's one of my favorites. And in our advent candle holder I put wool. This is because it's beautiful and because wool doesn't catch fire, so it's safe as well. This is a decoration that I got a few years back, and I love to put these on my shelves with a yarn background. It says Happy Yule in Swedish, and we don't have to talk about the huge mess of my stash down here. Yeah, let's not talk about it. Let's move on. Something that I love to do every year is to dry oranges in the oven to make these beautiful decorations. It's one of my favorites, and I love that I can keep them forever. It's something that I look forward to every year, and I usually dry my first batch in October because it's a nice transition in decoration from fall to Yule. I thread them on a thin cotton rope, and sometimes I put them in our Christmas tree, or I just hang them up in our windows or place them anywhere in our flat. It's so nice to use to decorate a wreath with, and I'm actually planning to use them as a decoration for our autumn wedding next year. The last thing I want to talk about today in this video is books. I always read all year round, but in the fall and winter months I always want to read fairy tales, stories based on fairy tales and mysteries. And I always get in the mood for some Narnia or Tolkien. This is something that provides a lot of comfort for me, to reread stories I already have experienced before. I actually read somewhere recently that people with anxiety oftentimes reread books or rewatch series and movies because it feels good to know what will happen. And I can totally relate to that. And of course, this is all besides knitting. Knitting soothes my soul, gives me time to reflect, and gives me so much more than lovely woolly sweaters. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please consider subscribing to this channel if you like it, and I will see you very soon. Bye.